And that's the opening bell, round one. That jab doesn't find a home. Lucky that hook didn't score. Got him with a left hook. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This is a high-octane battle. Catch and shoot. Well done with that counter shot. Oh, and they got rocked. What a moment this is. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely done. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
The exchange, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ear. Here we go, it's round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Caution being thrown to the wind. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter-punch caught him clean. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. There's the bell to start round three. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
And that hook misses. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Carrying away the right hook. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Misses with the straight left. And he scored. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. It's no secret. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The perfect counter lands. Punch, counter punch. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. He misses with that straight left. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. He is down big time on the score. Time for the 5th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter. Misses with the straight left. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That big leg. Oh, it doesn't land. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much firepower here. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Beautiful counter shot. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
The middleweights are the best moves to ever come across. Obviously, the glamorous is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Misses with the straight left. A perfect counter shot. They've got to use their chin. Did you see that? Crawford's legs are all over the place. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleep.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And now going for the finish. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Defense, defense, defense is everything.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And now going for the finish. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. As bad as boxing judge. Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. That was the moment.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Crawford in trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, pull it right there. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... Round 8, and we're off again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punching. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill.
And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
They got knocked down but didn't stay down. Once again showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles. Here's the bell to start round 9. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
No rest for the weary. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They exchange punches. Swing and a miss for that. Did you see that? Crawford is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace.
Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.